Little eepy, but otherwise okay. Hell yeah. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm gonna wait until I switch over to the gameplay. That'll be when spoilers officially start. I have thoughts, I have feelings. Gamers, I can't believe I was so thoroughly bamboozled. I was so primally blind. It's really funny in retrospect how blind I was. My dumbass was like, nah, there's no way. I had nothing but faith, and that was my fucking first mistake. So I put in the title, so you know I'm gonna be spoiling Veilguard. Because God, do I have thoughts, and I want to yell about them. I'll start with, like, my overall opinions. Namely, I don't know what like, as if you ever... as if you ever, like, needed evidence. As if you ever needed me to say it. I don't know what the fuck the chuds are talking about. That's, I think, the best Dragon Age game I've ever played. These people are so fucking aggressively stupid and don't know what the fuck they're talking about in the slightest. Did I fuck this up? No. Wait, did I? I might have fucked it up. I do have... I have a couple of critiques. Okay, yeah, I did fuck it up. So this needs to be... No, that width is right. That's 3. Oh, I might have put it out too far, I think, is what I've done. Yeah, I think I put it out one too far. Okay. So, I'll give you my... Yeah, I'll give you my overall impressions and thoughts first, before I get into, like, direct story spoilers. So like I said, I liked it. I had a wonderful time with the game. I loved it. Like I said, I think it's probably the best, if one of the best, if not the best, Dragon Age experience I think I've ever had. We're so back. We're so fucking back, baby.
Umai! I mean, fuck.
I loved everything about it. I had a great time. I loved all of the companions. Gameplay felt amazing. God, the game felt so good to play. I would recommend, like, if you're not, like, into a fairly easy experience, I'd recommend playing it on normal. Because I played it on easy, and I, like, fucking obliterated everything, but I was also level 50 by the time the game ended, so... do with that what you will. It's a really good username. I just saw that. It's a good username. Thank you for following, DJ Bust-A-Lot-A-Nut. Very good.
That's good comment.
That's very good. But yeah, I loved it. I had a spectacular time. And so my main critiques are as follows. I think I cannot speak for most of the companions, because I romanced Lucanus. As great as Lucanus's romance is, it felt very underbaked. It felt like there wasn't nearly enough content, it took way too long to get started, it was really difficult to, it didn't really feel like there was any feedback early on to let you know that you were making progress, which was a big, upset point for me. So, like, when you hit on him, he doesn't really respond.
Yeah, I know in development there was a lot of content that ended up being cut, and you do feel that in, like, a lot of the romance parts.
Yeah. The romances feel the most cut back. And it's tangible. And for some people, that's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker for me either, but it did really bug me. Especially when so much of the marketing revolved around, like, how good the romances were gonna be, and everybody was hyping them up so much, for them to be kinda lukewarm by the end. Not a big fan of that. But again, like, narratively, I loved Lucanus's romance. I don't have a problem with a slow burn, and I liked that his romance was so intimate and that he was so sweet. I wouldn't have changed the writing of it at all. I would have added more and paced it a little better. And you know you're working with something good when the problem is, man, I wish there was more of it. Somebody finally sat down and, like, properly compiled everything, including party banter. It's like an hour and 30 minutes. And, I saw that a couple of the cutscenes are, like, completely recycled. With only, like, 1 or 2 extra added lines of dialogue. And I'm not a big fan of that. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna, like, fucking not recommend the game. Like I said, it's not a deal breaker for me. But it's something to be noted. It's something to note, I guess. My second big complaint is, and I'll explain why later, while I was wrong, and it's not a plot hole. It feels a couple of characters' absence is felt and not like, and doesn't make a lot of sense. Like and this is the thing, right? Because here's the tricky part with this. Is like, I get it, not everyone's Blorbo can come back, but when the story completely revolves around the old elven gods, you know, coming back and causing problems and doing all this stuff and all this elven history that's been rewritten and all this other shit, why isn't Meryl here? Meryl's literally sold her soul to learn more about the Dalish culture, and this is literally all about how the Dalish culture wasn't what people thought it was. It feels like she should be here, and she's just kinda not. And, like, a good chunk of the game takes place in Minrathous and revolves around the Shadow Dragons, an organization that are bent on eradicating slavery from Tevinter. And that's cool! Why isn't Fenris here? For all of the fucking DAO fans, like, crying and complaining about, like, no one gives a shit about Origins! Origins got so left out! What fucking... What DA2 rep, dog? We found out Sebastian's in the Onderfells, and... Isabella says Meryl's name. And if your response is, well, fucking Varric and Isabella are there, Isabella started in Origins. And... Varric's... Okay. I can't dodge this spoiler. Yeah, I can't dodge this spoilers anymore. Isabella's from Origins and Varric is dead. So... I can't... Like, that's a... Somebody's gonna make that argument, and it's a bad argument for them to make. I just... I don't know, man. There's, like, no DA2 rep. And we can't escape the Bog Witch, so... Do not mistake me, I love Morrigan. I think Morrigan's sick as fuck. But, like, she's always here. We've never been without Morrigan.
Asmongold was wrong.
Also, Asmongold was wrong. She looks great. But, like... for all of the complaining about, like, no one gives a shit about Dragon Age Origins, shut up! Shut the fuck up! Area DA2 fan here, shut your mouth! Never speak to me again. But, like, so it boils down to, in this particular instance, it's less like, oh, your Blorbos didn't come back, and more like, no, major story elements and set pieces and factions in this game literally have their roots in characters from DA2, why aren't those characters here? And I want to say that that doesn't bother me, but it really does. Especially given the kind of... And, like, I get it, right? I was talking to Justin about this. I'm like, I get that, like, as time goes on, it gets harder and harder to incentivize that interconnectivity. But, like, come on. Oh, none of our choices from Inquisition mattered. Well, yeah, because this game takes place in the North, first of all. Second of all, like, we can't, like, fucking Dragon Age 2 might as well not exist. Like, let's be real. They have forsaken us, well and truly. And I don't know, like, what anybody expected out of that. And that sucks, and I'm bummed about it, and I'm not gonna pretend I'm not bummed about it. It is what it is, and I get it, but, like, that sucks. My last big complaint, I can't make without spoilers. So yeah, so we're now in, like, full spoiler territory. I hate that last choice with, Davrin and Harding. That sucks. And, like, not in a fun way. That just kind of sucks. So, at the very end of the game, you're given a choice. Well, okay. Towards the end of the game, you're given two choices. One is, who leads the squad? Who leads the offensive squad? Is it Davrin or Harding? Or who leads the second squad? Is it Davrin or Harding? And then you get a second choice later, which is which mage do you have disable this door lock? Is it Nev or Balara? And I'm not a big fan of either choice, personally. I'm just more irritated by the first one than the second. Because you can get Nev and Balara back. They get fucked up, they get blighted, and they're fucked up, but, like, you can get them back. Davrin or, Harding just die.
I'll never forgive you, by the way.
I picked Davrin, I'll explain why, but, like... But I hate that. I think that's the one thing, like, all of these I can be like, oh, you know, the writing staff was crunched, there was all these big changes at BioWare, blah, blah, blah. No, I think that's bad writing. And I'm gonna say that for two reasons. One, it just fucking sucks as a player when you've become so profoundly emotionally invested to take one of your party members away from you in a way you can't change. Like, I'm all for, like, bad things happening to party members, like, in general. Like, I'm not saying that their safety is sacrosanct, but, like, but I'm not a fan of, like, of doing something that big and having no player input about it. I don't like that. I don't like that there's nothing I could do to prevent that. Like, even if, like, that was more difficult, like, if it was like, oh, you have to do all of the side quests. If you 100% everything, then everyone can live. Like, I'm okay with that. Because I like the idea that, like, the best possible ending you can get to something involves you, like, being the most invested in your characters and doing everything in your world and, like, putting everything together, I'm more than okay with that. In fact, I really like that shit. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with them getting hurt or even dying if there's something I can do to prevent it. And I don't. Because then it feels like, damn it, I failed. I could have done better. But, like, there's nothing I could have done about that. Like, it doesn't matter if I grind harder. It doesn't matter if I 100% everything. It doesn't matter how much time I spend with them. It doesn't matter how much I invest in them. It doesn't, they just die. And that sucks. Also, Justin said it, and I didn't know how to feel about it in the moment, and then I ruminated on it a little bit more, and I realized, no, he's right. The choice between those two characters is really arbitrary. Like, Davrin, I kinda get. He wanted to make the sacrifice at Weiss House, and it didn't happen. He didn't die, and so he's ready to make that sacrifice now. Okay, sure. Why Harding? Like, I feel like truly, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, if you're gonna make me make this choice, I think it should have been Never Harding like it was at the beginning of the game. Because the first choice you make, whoever you leave behind gets a little fucked up. They don't, like, die, but they get fucked up, and they have a scar for the rest of the game. So, like... So I think, like, it should have been Never Harding. Because then it would have been a good parallel to the beginning of the story. But they didn't. It was Harding or fucking, Davrin for whatever stupid reason. Western devs and bandaging everything with trolley problems. Well, okay, see, and that's the wild thing. The other choices in this game are really good. Like all the other, like all the other big, like, narrative choices you have to make are, like, really satisfying. They're really good. They're, like, genuinely difficult, problems. I'm a big fan of, like, for example, when you get Tosh's, like, complete thing, it's, do they embrace their Qunari heritage like their mother wanted, or do they embrace their Qunari heritage to be closer to their mother, or do they continue to, who has just died, or do they continue pursuing the path of being Ravani, aka, like, exploring, this newer part of their life. And I love that. I think that's great, because those are both, like, genuinely really important parts of Tosh's identity. So, like, it's not only a genuinely difficult choice, but it's a choice that has a lot of, like, narrative stake and nuance. And, like, and Balara's ultimate choice with the archive being, do we keep all of this ancient Dalish history, or do we destroy it? Being, do we erase something that our culture has lost, and make sure that it can never be used to hurt people again? Because objectively it was used to do terrible things to other cultures. But, so it's, do we lose our culture to protect everyone else, Or do we keep our culture on the chance that it could be done to do further damage? And I think, again, a really good choice.
If I may add an extra note about Tosh, sorry, I know I'm like a little late here.
No, go ahead.
It's choosing the culture you grew up in as someone who's Ravani, or the culture you come from.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's giving mixed kid energy, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, is they're going through, they're going through this mixed race identity. And I love that. I love that for them. This strong bicultural identity, and trying to figure out what part of that is more important to them. So, there's a lot of really good choices, so that last choice really fucking sucks.
God, yeah.
I was like, you had me by the fucking throat, guys. What the fuck happened? So it's more Fallout 3 or Mass Effect 3.
Suicide mission.
Yeah, Null Pretzel says, so it's more Fallout 3 or Mass Effect 3 style. Oops, we ran out of dev time. Pick a lever, I guess. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Which sucks, because, again, it's so good. The rest of the game's spectacular, so, so it really sucks that they fucked it up so hard. Right at the end. But I liked that. But I liked the rest of the game. And I don't think those 3 things are deal breakers for me. Because, the rest of the game is so good. I was crying, I was laughing, I was so profoundly emotionally invested. I had a great time with the gameplay, it felt good, combat felt good. I can also say, in, broad critique before I just start screaming, I do also really, really like, a more I don't want to say instead of an open world, because it is kind of still, a more compact world map, in this one, as opposed to Inquisition. Mainly just because, it felt like I never felt like I was spinning my wheels. And I think that's going to be the one thing, because Brooke asked me, is this your favorite Dragon Age game, or is it recency bias? And I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I think having had some time to sit and, properly ruminate on it, I think this is my favorite Dragon Age game, because, 2's gameplay doesn't age very well. It has great narrative stuff that I absolutely love, but yeah, its gameplay doesn't age very well. And then, I love Inquisition, but...
You and Origins, the gameplay there is the same.
Yeah, I literally couldn't finish the first, chapter of Origins because I hated how much the gameplay, was, which is why Dio's gonna play it for me. But, fucking... and then Inquisition's big thing is that I love Inquisition, and I like that it feels like, since we're developing our own, third-party political faction, I like that a lot of work is required, but there are parts where it feels like I'm kind of spinning my wheels. It feels like I'm sort of doing nothing. It feels like I'm not making progress, I'm just kind of ticking out a clock, you know? And that was back in that era in 2014 when everything had to be, a 1,000-hour open world thing. So, I get it, it's very much a product of its time, but, yeah. Yeah. I scrunge a little. Wasn't 2 the one with the paying off your mortgage arc? I I think there's something like that, yeah. I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I recommend picking it up. I'm about to spoil the living shit out of it because I have a lot of thoughts, but like I recommend playing it. Start of said thoughts. Hey gang. I can't believe Varric was dead the whole time! I can't believe I got sixth sensed. Jesus. So like, didn't even notice until it was like about to happen. I was like, man, it's, I saw what was starting to happen, and I was like, wait a minute, and my brain went, Varric's, because like what happened was they started showing us like imagery that implied Varric was dead. And my brain went, what are you talking about? Varric's been here the whole... And then I stopped. And I thought about it for a second. And my brain kicked over and went, you haven't seen Varric interact with literally a single other character in this entire game. You have been the only character to talk to Varric this whole time. And then I remembered that in the meeting right before this, when Varric spoke up, I was like, nobody turned to look at him. And my brain was whirring, and I'm like, what do you mean he was... And then I'm like, wait a minute! So yeah, he was dead the whole time. He dies at the beginning of the game. And then fucking Solace gaslights you. And he's like, yeah, listen, Etal Bleh, I totally, fucked with your perception of reality and gaslit you into believing he was alive. He's like, I just totally gaslit you this whole time into thinking that he was still alive. And I fucking snapped. I did not think it was possible for me to hate Solus more than I already had. Surprise! I can and will. Fuck you. I can't. I'm so fucking mad. I hate him. I hate him.
You have to reload the save so you can give him the equal rights and left.
So, you confront him about that, and you're like, hey, I know what happened. And he's like, oh, and he tries to lie. That's the thing that fucking pissed me off, is he tries to do it again. He tries to keep gaslighting you and tries to be like, oh, you know, Varric was, you know, and he's like, no, I know he was dead the whole time. What are you doing? And he's like, oh, yeah, well, 6, 7. He's like, yeah, I mean, you know, Fuck you mean, And he's like, yeah, I was using blood magic, this whole time in order to manipulate you because I knew that, like, you wouldn't make the necessary sacrifices if you didn't think that, like, everyone's lives were on the line and you knew you'd already fucked it up. And I'm like, you fucker, you son of a bitch. I hate you. Soul of Ellen's having a hard time defending they mans tonight because I'm about to kill him. I'm about to beat this man to death with my bare fucking hands. I hate him. I hate him. If he has no ops, I'm dead. If he has one op, it's me. I hate him! And, like... It's so... I'm so mad. The thing about it, too, right? Become the world record holder for the most boot shoved up his ass. It's so true. So... If you saw my fucking Blue Sky post of him, of that screenshot, it's like a little bit after we discover that, and Solus is like, well, if we're going to team up, then, or if we want to save the world, you have to team up with me. And the first and only F-bomb in the whole game is Rook going, are you fucking for real? The dialogue option, like the text, says, are you fucking serious? And then Rook's actual line of dialogue is, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So...
It was so funny.
So fucking, I need you to know. The tally as it stands... First of all, I can say something very clearly, very cleanly now. I never thought it would happen. I didn't think it was possible. I have found a character I hate more than Anders. I legitimately didn't think it was a thing I was capable of, but I hate him more than I've ever hated Anders. I fucking detest this man. I hate him on levels heretofore unthinkable. Oh my god, I hate him so much. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. Fucking... It's so fucked up. Because, like, everything is Solus's fault! It's all Solus's fault! Hey, you know that demon that fucking hell plague that kills millions of people? Are you familiar with the Blight? Yeah, Solus's fault. The Blight is Solus's fault. The Veil's Solus's fault. Corypheus is Solus's fault. The reason that dwarves can't dream, Solus's fault. Because he literally fucking he fucking tranquilized, their fucking ancestors, which is why dwarves can't do magic or dream anymore. To win a war that he started! Fucking... Oh, God. Fucking... Like, all of it, it's just all his fucking fault! Everything! Everything! Solus's fault! I can't... I fucking hate him. I have cause. It is because I hate him. And like... And the most goddamn... And like, the reason I hated is wrong. That's past tense. I do still hate Anders, but the reason I hated him as much as I do, was because, Anders does the same goddamn thing that fucking Solus does, where his punk ass is like, oh, well, you know, I know I did this awful thing, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about it. I feel really bad that I killed you and, like, fucked up your whole life. I'm so sorry. Can you ever forgive me? No! No, I cannot, you fucking worthless son of a bitch. I hate you. You Hot Topic wannabe and you blue gumball son of a bitch. I hate you both. I hope you both die. I just... And then on top of it, so, like, on top of literally every cheeky fuck competition and my opponent is a blood mage. My favorite example reminds me of Mage starting questline in Origins, where the guy you're bailing out is like, oopsie, I dabbled a whittle. I did a whittle blood magic. Ooh. It's why I think one of the most satisfying experiences, if you hate Anders, an experience I cannot recommend to you more, is when you go and do the quest where he wants to try and remove justice because, spoilers, he's turned it into a demon because he's a piece of shit. When you go on that quest, I cannot recommend to you enough, take Fenris with you. Because Fenris is getting his fucking licks in, and it's great. It's so funny. Because the whole...
I have a small correction about the Origins mage beginning. It's not only that he says, oopsie, I did do blood magic. It was him crying that he wasn't getting initiated because the people in the circle thought he would do blood magic. Him lying about not doing blood magic.
And then doing blood magic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why would you ever suspect me? That's so fucked up. Does blood magic.
Exactly.
And, like, the reason I recommend you take Fenris is because Fenris just takes that every party banter opportunity to just rub it in. He's just like, I knew it! I knew you were weak! I knew you'd turn to blood magic sooner or later! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
It wasn't even that Anders did blood magic. It was that he blew up the chantry!
No!
That his ideals were weak.
No, that's why I recommend, if you hate him, when you do that quest, take Fenris, because Fenris, as you're walking down into the deep roads to do that ritual, is like, because you have to use blood magic to get rid of justice, the whole time Fenris is like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew you'd turn to blood magic. I knew that you on your fucking high horse talking shit to Meryl every moment of every day, and I knew it! I knew your punk, weak ass would turn to blood magic the moment you needed a problem solved. And Fenris is like, and Anders is like, oh, can you not? And he's like, I will never not. I will always. Because much like me...
The likelihood of you living this down is 0.
Well, yeah, because much like me, if Anders has one op, it's Anders. If Anders has one op, it's Fenris. If he has 2 ops, it's me and Fenris.
That being said, I will say, because I know, so, Heaton will say this, and then if you go and play DA2, you're like, wait, Anders isn't that bad. That's the beauty of the way that he was written. He is so subtly manipulative. It's so good.
No, he's full of shit. He's the fucking worst, transparently and openly from the very beginning. This is the one thing that the two of us disagree on. is, you think it was subtle. I'm like, no, he sucked from minute 0 to, from minute 1 to, from minute 0 to minute 200. I think he was never likable. I don't think there's a single moment where I liked him. I thought he was, it went from, God, you're an annoying hypocrite, I can't fucking stand you, to, oh, you're like an actual piece of shit.
See, that's the beauty of how Anders is written. We have two very different takes on this character that kind of align at the end. That's exactly how Anders was supposed to be written. He was supposed to be written as this manipulative asshole. And yeah, for some people it's more transparent, but for other people it's much more subtle. Just like in the case of like real life abusers and manipulative assholes. It's so good, BioWare was cooking.
Oh, yeah. The one thing I'll never argue is that Anders wasn't well written. He was well written, because I have known chuds like that, and I hate them. What did we say? I said, no, tell them what you said, and then I'll tell you the more succinct version that I said, because it's funnier if they know it in that order.
What do you mean?
What I called him, and then what you called him.
Oh my god, I don't remember.
Oh, then I'll go first. I said he was a Voshite.
Oh, that, yeah, and I said that he was like Madeline Pendleton. Because Madeline Pendleton did the same shit.
Yeah, I said he reminds me of a Voshite. Because he constantly is talking down to you about politics that he doesn't really understand. But pretends that he understands better than you do. And I made the comparison to Madeline Pendleton because Anders is a very well-known, one of many things, but one of the most notable for me. Anders is like a huge Tevinter fanboy because he fell for the propaganda TM. And Madeline Pendleton, very similarly, fell for North Korean propaganda, and it was like, oh, North Korea is not that bad, actually. Despite people in her comments saying, no, what the fuck are you talking about? Because, what the fuck are you talking about? On top of pulling the whole, oh, vote third party, don't vote Kamala, vote third party, and all that bullshit. And just completely backtracking. And another fun thing as well is that so Madeline Pendleton was kind of at the head of a huge harassment campaign against numerous Black creatives on TikTok who were saying, hey, I'm voting for Kamala. And she was like, actually, you don't care about X, Y, and Z. And it was a whole thing. But she was using the plight of Palestinians for her own gains, and Anders, very similarly, is using the plight of mages for his own gain. Yeah, factually true. That's my favorite, is that people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. I keep listening to his fucking girlies being like, no, Anders cares so much about the plight of mages, and I'm like, does he? Like, let's ask ourselves the real questions here, queens. Does he? I don't think he does. Hot take. But yeah, I said I thought that he was a Voshite because he's a fucking, because he's a fucking dipshit propagandist who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about and ends up, like, tacitly supporting incredibly, like, authoritarian rule, but literally only when it suits him, and then when anybody else points that out, he proceeds to deflect and call you stupid. That's one of the things about him that fucking pisses me off, too, is this constant, like, well, you don't understand. It's why I love the conversation he has with specifically Carver. Because he's like, well, your brother's an apostate, you would understand. And Carver looks at him and goes, shut the fuck up. He's also just, like, so fucking annoying. Like, listen, I'm a firm believer. Ladies, especially. Our lovely queer gentlemen as well, as a matter of fucking fact, actually. If you're talking to a man... I guess this also... You know what? This also applies to women. If you're talking to someone who, like, makes politics, like, a core part of their identity, and, like, refuses to talk about anything else, run.
No, for real. Because at that point, it's just cosplay.
Yeah, and that's what it is with him, is it's cosplay. He wants so badly. Because, like... Okay, I need to ask you a very real question, because I don't know the answer. Why does he join the Wardens?
Oh god, if I remember correctly, he was sent to the Wardens, I think? You know what? When we finish Origins, we'll do Awakening, because that's when we first meet him anyways, so...
Because this is a telling thing to me, is that he has all of this shit to say. I'll
tell you what, the Warden Commander from Awakening, at least mine, treated him so fucking well. I don't know why he turned out the way he turned out.
This is what I'm talking about. I was about to say, this is the energy of a man who's like, no, the military is the worst, everything about it sucks, and they're like, yeah, that's true, and we agree with you, so, like, are you gonna do anything for VA benefits, or, and he's like, damn, would you look at the time? Like, just a man who profits off of, talking shit about an institution. Listen, you know what? I have no fucking reservations calling on your stolen valor. This is a man who would constantly brag about, like, oh, when I was in the Wardens.
It's not even necessarily stolen, because he was there and he did help against a major, so in Awakenings, there was two, like, different Darkspawn factions of, like, Awakened Darkspawn.
Mm-hmm.
One, the Architect, who was very similar to Corypheus, and I want to know where the fuck we're going with that. And the second one was a Brood Mother.
Yeah, by the way, for the record, I've seen her now.
Yeah, what do you think?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with holy shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Nope, that's the correct response.
I get it. I get the hype for her now. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We really made a choice, huh, BioWare? Anyway. No, continue your thought. That was it, that was my whole...
It's not stolen valor because Anders really did help with that threat. It's more so, like... God, how do I put this? So Anders didn't help stop a blight, he stopped a major Darkspawn threat, but he's acting like he was personally involved with the blight.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, this is the, like, it has the energy of, like, yeah, I fought in Desert Storm, you were refueling the plane.
It's very much, Jaden animation, I got a cat, and Nux Taku coming in and saying, got a cat.
We got a cat.
That's like exactly what it is too.
You're so right. God.
I'm so excited for Origins tonight, by the way.
I'm also excited. I'll know things.
Yeah.
For the first time. I can stop. I'm legally allowed to stop talking out of my ass.
You'll have all the knowledge of Origins. And then I'll lend you my Audible account so you can listen to The Stolen Throne and The Calling and the rest of the DA books, because I have all of them.
Was Tevinter Nights a comic, or was that...
Tevinter Nights was a short story, I think.
Okay, because I do want to read that.
Yeah. The characters we get in Veilguard, though, did appear in the comics.
Well, one of them came from... Wasn't Strife in Tevinter Nights?
I think so.
One of them was.
Strife was in the comics.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the...
Did.
I was gonna say, I know one of the NPCs was in Tevinter Nights. I just don't remember. Oh no! Nev!
Mm-hmm.
Nev's in Tevinter Nights.
Yeah, Nev was in the comics.
Yeah.
Dennis was in one of the books, too.
Mm-hmm, I think so. I fucking love Nev.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to sort this out. Nev is so cool.
I love her so much.
I'm still so upset about Treviso versus Minrathos.
I just don't want her to hate me!
You and me both, bestie.
The joke that I was making in DMs is because I sacrificed Davrin, was that because of my choices, Mortis is going to sack Treviso.
And then I called you Heatno.
You can't! You can't do this! Forbidden! He keeps calling.
Listen, Chad, I just think we have to have a conversation about patterns of behavior.
Fuck you mean patterns of I hate it here. I'm so vulnerable, and this is how I'm treated.
How you're treated? Look at how you treat me! You threaten me all the time. Keaton, you really have to adjust to racism. This is crazy.
Shut the fuck up! I cannot keep taking this from you. You cannot keep calling me racist because I make decisions you don't like.
Then stop being racist. It's not that hard.
I'm gonna kill you.
Chat, legally, this is all a bit, by the way.
I was about to say, you say Coxgun, you say JK right now.
Oh my god, now you're threatening me? Do you see how this is, chat? This is crazy.
I can't do this. I'm filing for divorce.
Oh, I can't believe this.
You can't?
Man. I guess I'm getting the Beanie Babies in the divorce.
You are getting the Beanie Babies in the divorce. I swear to God. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I have a controversial opinion.
Terrible start.
The pumpkin spice is actually kind of good.
Oh. The pumpkin spice what?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, PSLs? You got yourself a
I'm
PSL?
I got myself a PSL, yeah. I had one for the first time years ago from Starbucks, and it was bad.
Yeah, I heard the Starbucks ones are not good.
They are foul. They are so aggressively pumpkin and not so much spice. And they're so, like, sweet. Like, teeth-hurtingly sweet. But I got one from Krispy Kreme, and it's just a regular latte with the spice in it, and it's good.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Oh god, so I did, first of all, having played more of the video game, I love Emmerich and Strife so much. That relationship is so cute. God, I love Old Man Yowie.
So they were?
What?
So they were Old Man Yowie?
Yeah, Strife and Emmerich, end up going out if you don't go out with, if you don't start dating Emmerich. And I guess their date goes well. I love that Lucanus is like, he's like, what do I do? And he's like, does he, what was it? It's, does he like, he says, does he like something or knives? And Emmerich's like, oh, I don't know. And then you show up and he's like, oh, Rook'll know better. And then just leaves. And if you put Emmerich and Lucanus back into your party, they have party banter where he's like, oh, the date went really well, by the way. And Lucanus is like, oh, great, I'm glad to hear it. And he goes, yeah, it turns out that Strife collects knives. And Lucanus is like, oh, that's never worked for me. All right, cool. I'll send you my blacksmith? Question mark? And that's really cute. I'm a big fan of that. God, these trees are temperamental. I didn't say he likes feet, but I did kill his man. Listen, I had a lot of reasons I chose Davarin. The main one being, I thought that it was the most, the main one being, I thought it was the most emotionally and narratively resonant. Harding was in a new relationship. She had just started discovering important things about her culture and doing things for her clan. And Davarin was always ready to make that sacrifice. From the moment at Weishaupt, he was ready to do what he needed to do for us. And if somebody was going to sacrifice their lives, and I didn't have control over that character, it was gonna be Davarin. It's just the kind of dude he was. He cared about saving the world and protecting the people he loved, and he would have done that regardless of the cost. And I was like, that just feels the most, like, what'll happen. Speaking of things tasting foul, how's the chicken? She's been okay. It's always tough this time of year. She's molting, but she seems okay. It's tough to tell, really, is the thing. They don't, unlike dogs or cats, surprisingly, chickens, a little difficult to read. Chickens molt? Yeah, they do. We were so worried. We were like, oh, when we first got her, we were like, why is she losing so many feathers? Oh my god, oh no, oh god, oh no, oh god. And then we looked it up and they were like, yeah, they molt in like, they start molting in like September, and then and it's totally normal. They get a little lazier and, because we were worried she was getting really lethargic, and they're like, oh yeah, their energy levels go down, in the fall and in the winter because there's less sunlight. So if they're sleeping a lot or laying around a lot, it's totally fine. You have to worry when they stop eating. And I was like, oh, thank fucking god. And she's been eating just fine, so she's doing okay. She's just tired. She's just eepy because it's the autumn, but she's okay. I want to get her... I might put some, I'm gonna put some more toys on Throne, because I want her to have a little bit more enrichment, if I can. Because she's... That's the big thing about her that always worries me, is if she's getting enough enrichment. I don't want her to feel like... I don't want her to feel lonely or, upset because she's out there by herself. It seems fine, but I don't know. I worry. Yeah, Autumn. Have you never heard the word autumn? Question mark? It's a surprisingly confused response to a perfectly normal word. Could buy an indoor chicken coop. We kinda can't. She isn't, she's not... She and the cat don't really want to share spaces, you know what I mean? I'm a little... That's the main thing I'd be worried about. Gigi, we know, is fairly... Gigi, we know from experience, is pretty territorial. And it super doesn't help that, like... that we know that Henurita... I don't want to say we know that she fights, but, like... we have reason to suspect that she used to fight, and I don't want to... I don't want to exacerbate that problem. I don't know why you do the word with 2 syllables. Instead of the word with 1? I don't... I'm a little confused. How many more saplings do I have to plant for this? pair. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 left. I don't want to extend this if I don't have to, because then it'll... I can maybe make that work. No, then that'll jet out further than it already does. Fuck. Oh, wait a minute. I might be able to... I have a thought. Hang on, I'm having a brain blast. If I... How far out does this go? To here? If I extend this to here... then I think I can plant them across the bottom here, and that'll expand some space. Question is what I'm gonna put under here. I'll figure it out later. Help, I autumn and I can't get up.
Oh my! I mean, fuck.
See, like, I like the look of this, but when it's on these big struts, I feel like I need to put something under here. I'll figure something out. Side off. I never thought about it like that. Padded sticking numbers. I did my 5 favorite Jedi. I saw that. Most people seem to have forgot Saul, and that makes me a little sad, because I loved him. Great example of what the Jedi should be. For real? Do I need to go one further out?
This whole stream, and I can't believe you haven't talked about Hakeem and Thomas's relationship.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. I haven't. I will. Give me 1 second. But I do want to mention something else, speaking of. So, having finished, Veilguard, I now possess a primal animal need to be autistic. And I am going to make that all of your problems. So I had an idea. And unlike my other ideas, I think I actually know how I want to go about doing it. So what I think I want to do is I want to make I know I want to make a video. And and I want to show off all the art and everything, but now that Veilguard is out... You said that like it's a bad thing, autism away. But now that Veilguard's out, I finished it, I will have I will soon have done, Origins, because I'll probably be putting this video together for a while, so I'll bet you any credits to Crumble Buns, by the time I finish everyone else's, I'll be done with Origins. In the style of my video essays, I want to do a video that I'm tentatively titling, Of Dragons and Decisions. And basically what it will be is a history of my Thetis. So I'll tell you, like, I'll talk about all the decisions I made, I'll talk about the characters I made, so you'll get, like, all the choices I made in Origins, what that said about the character I picked, the choices I made in, DA2, Inquisition, and then I'll give you how I think some of those characters' stories ended, as of right now. Because DA5 is forever away. EA could tell us to kick rocks tomorrow and we could get nothing. But that's what I think I want to do. So I'll provide you with the comprehensive guide to my Thetis. The choices I made, the things I did. I like that. I like how that looks. The farm, it's done. Now I have to make some last-minute detailing choices, and then it's totally complete, but the infrastructure's done. The next step is gonna take forever, because it's gonna be me terraforming the rest of this, mountainside. You'll see, you'll see. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. So that's the plan. I'm gonna start working on that. And then I wanted to make one more, I guess, air quotes.
We have to go through Origins and then the DLC as well.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And
but
all of the Origins.
It's also, I'm not playing through all of them.
No, not the full game, but I mean, like, just go through and see what each of the Origins are. Because they do have different... So it's just the prologue a couple times.
Yeah, okay. So the, before I talk about Hakim and Lucanus, because... my last, like, air quote production note, I don't know what else you'd call this thing I wanted to talk about, so progress is being made on the Orineo video. You may clap. So I think that'll be out, hopefully, this next month? I can't say for certain. But that video essay will be out, I hope by the end of this month. That relies totally on Silver. but it's looking like it. I finished another script recently. For a bunch of manga analysis. For, and I'm calling it, it's going to be, what is it, of Fatigue and Frustration, the worst horror manga you've never heard of. Where I'm going to get a bugbear off my back that I've had for fucking, what will be going on, 12 years. For a series that I read in 2013 that I fucking hated and cannot stop thinking about.
Wow, crazy, I was 13 years old.
Shut up. Shut up. But that script is finished. So that will get tossed into the production pipeline. Sweats nervously. It's 21 pages. It's 21 pages and like 12,000 words. So that one's gonna be long as fuck. Just check my DMs. I love those. That's great. Then the next planned essay after that will be on the Lana lore. Because I think the Lana lore is really interesting. I have a lot of thoughts about it. I have thoughts, TM, about the Lana lore. But like, but that hasn't even like started production yet. I haven't even started writing. I haven't started doing my research. And there's a lot of it, I hear. So we'll do what we can with what we have. From Archer? No, from fucking Dress to Impress. So I'm gonna talk about the spooky Dress to Impress lore. Then after that will be the mouthwashing video. Because like I said, I want some time, some distance from that. I also have... I also obviously have a couple of, like, little art things that I'm working on, that I'm chipping away at. The big, long art stuff, I just haven't had time to sit down and properly get back to yet, because that's gonna require, like, months of dedicated work. But I have a couple of YAP sessions planned. I know I want to do, like, a short YAP session where I talk about the DI community. Which, we'll see how that goes. See how that shit goes over. But... I think that's it for production notes. So I think I can start talking about the gay shit now.
We talking about the gay shit?
Me, now. What's up? Gonna go soup?
Let your chat know.
Everybody?
Dragon broth on sale at fancy.com.
Everyone?
I make perfect broth because I am well seasoned and fatty.
because I'm well seasoned and fatty. Shut the fuck up. Lucanus's romance made me fucking froth at the mouth, dude. I'm so in love with him. I can't even. It was so funny. I want to say for those of you who don't know, but none of you would know because I didn't stream any of my playthrough, so none of you would know. I was playing last night. I just did all the grinding I needed to finish. Because people in my life were being annoying. And by people, I mean Mortis. So I sat down and I finally finished the video game. And he says, oh god, what the fuck is it that he says? That made me make the noise, TM. God, what the fuck was it? He says... Oh my god. He also makes a comment. I can't remember what that was. But at the very end, when you're like preparing to go, like when you're preparing to go to like the final conflict, you sit down and you talk to everybody one last time. And he says to you, he says, oh my god, I'm actually flushed. I'm actually flustered. He says, tell me this ends with me asleep in your arms, and I'll kill whichever god you ask.
The way I've never heard you scream like that before.
What am I supposed to do with that? Oh my god. I'm feral.
Hi, Feral. I'm TP.
I froth at the mouth for him. I can't. It's so good, though! That's so good! Tell me this ends with me asleep in your arms, and I'll kill whichever god you ask. I need him carnally.
So, the rumor come out, does Heaton is gay?
The answer is yes.
Of course.
Hang on.
Gay, affectionate.
Yeah, I can. Pog.
How is everyone up, by the way?
Capitalism.
Oh, fuck capitalism. All my homies hate capitalism. So, I'm sorry, I've missed most of the stream, but I do know that you've been talking about Veilguard, which I saw a little bit of last night.
I'm so fucking...
What's that one girl's name that I thought was really cute? Balara?
Yeah, you liked Balara.
Balara's really cute. I'm glad that she's okay. you know, this is
Yeah.
a spoiler stream, so like, I can just say things, right?
Yeah, you can just say things.
Yeah.
She deserves the world.
Factually
Yes, you
true.
got it.
She deserves a lot, and I'm glad that like instead of being cursed forever, she's just like, you
She
know,
just has new funky bright powers.
yeah, she got traumatized, but she got some funky cool powers out of it. So you know,
There. They need to be named in order to hang around, so. I'm naming the fish in my tanks after chatters, so.
hi, can I have a name?
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
Okay, thank you.
Uh,
Help! I'm a fit. I get it. I get it. Ruminating. I get it.
let's add some seagrass.
You're a seagrass.
A little bit of kelp.
You're a kelp.
There. Now they've got some nice stuff in their enclosure.
You're an enclosure.
You are a fish, Daedalus. I made you one of the salmon.
Wait, no. Have you ever heard of Help I'm a Fish?
No?
It's a movie.
Oh, I didn't know.
I knew it was a movie.
Right. Oh,
So,
they're
like-
all gone, huh?
So
I
like,
take it that means. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
you learn something new every day.
Oh no, this was my kelp farm. These were the tropical fish, and they're all gone. Are the axolotls all here? 3 of them.
The other day when I saw this on stream, like there was plenty going on, but like, damn, you've done a lot.
This is kind of my go-to like relaxation thing.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Like,
Let's see.
listen, my go-to is watching competitive Pokemon and thinking about how all the fun things I can do.
I'm scrolling up. Vengus. Boop. Boop. Prepare to be made into axolotls. So we have ammo, hexbox, null pretzel, judge. And looks like we need one more. So axo, waddle, up, boop. Then we spectate, and whoop! Oh, actually, before I do that, I should probably... No, I need to make the other name tags. Don't forget Nightbot. I'm fish. Y'all are fish. Precious little axolotls in the tank. Aether's here! Hello, Aether!
Aether, I miss you.
Hi, TP. It's been so long. I have tea.
Tell me the tea.
Okay.
We are
you're
on
not
stream.
gonna like it.
I just want you to know that.
It's okay. Nothing extremely bad is going on. We
Okay.
just know something has happened. Keaton, I'm gonna be so sorry. Local Vault Hunters enjoyer.
Yeah.
So it came out today. Hermitcraft posted a thing that was like, we have received basically damning evidence against Iskal, and we investigated these claims and found out that they were substantiated, and when we went to ask him, he resigned, and so did his best friend Stress Monster.
What happened?
We don't know. They cannot tell us. It's not they won't, it's that they can't.
Like, legally,
Which-
they can't say a word about it, yeah?
We assume legally. Legally was not said, but we assume because
Oh.
they cannot. We also know people have removed him from video thumbnails, from video titles. Mumbo pulled all of his merch featuring him, and the co-creator of Vault Hunters left him.
Hey, so
Over
that's, like,
moral
kind of
differences.
insane.
What happened?
We don't know. We physically do not know yet. But it's like he's gone from the website. They just erased him.
Okay, my assumption is that-
Snap.
Like, he had to have done something heinous for everyone to be able to, like, cut him off
Yeah.
like that, yeah?
The three things that I can think of, the most extreme being that someone is dead. That is the most extreme option.
Which
The
would be
one-
crazy.
The one that I think is the most probable is that maybe he wasn't paying people what he should have been for Vault Hunters stuff.
Maybe,
For
but I don't...
for the co-creator to leave on moral differences.
See, but for a moral difference, I don't think that's, like, involving payment. That has to be something a lot more serious.
Or he got
Yeah.
too close to someone he didn't have.
Yeah, it's gotta be something.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
kind of-
That's the one I'm thinking. But also, I don't want another Blockman to be accused of the bad things, please. I just want to play my funny block game.
they found the poop sock!
My poop sock. But that's like, I love this game. I am so tired of the fucking stereotype of any adult Minecraft player being a sexual deviant. But God, I wish it would just stop happening! If I had a goddamn nickel, I could get out of medical debt!
I think-
One singular nickel you could get out of medical debt.
Oh no, there's been a few.
I hate that meme, not because I don't think the meme isn't funny, but because the meme has been true way too many times.
Far too many times, yeah.
Admittedly, more than 0 times is way too many, but like
That's
even in this
granted.
yeah, that's but like especially
But yeah,
way more.
like I said, they will not tell us. But I saw you were playing Minecraft because I was at work, and I was like, please don't tell me it's Vault Hunters. Please, I'm gonna be so upset. Please don't tell me it's Vault Hunters.
No, not today.
Oh, thank God.
This is my own mod pack.
Ooh.
Like I said, once I fine-tune everything, I'll release the mod pack.
Yippee.
But I want to make sure that I have everything that I like in it. Like, I just added JEI. I have a couple of things that I really want in here if I can get them, but I'm gonna fuck around a little bit. Fuck around, perhaps find out.
I'd really be like that.
Well, no, it'd be... Wouldn't it?
But yeah, this was Hermitcraft's like official response. And then Chosen Architect hit us with the other bye-bye.
Jesus. So yeah, it has to be bad.
Yeah. I just hope that victims are okay.
Yeah, obviously.
But like people going back 6 years to remove him from their YouTube channels is insane.
How many nickels will get you your model? A lot more nickels.
Okay, so-
I'm making another note. I'm making the down payment today. V Lightning sent me a DM and was like, hey, I really love your model and I'm really excited to get working on it. I have a slot that's gonna open Monday. Please tell me you have payment. And I was like,
Let me work.
well, because at first the first message she sent me, I was like, oh, she's just excited to like, well, I was like, I don't want to say like, it's not like she was lying to me and she wasn't excited about the model, but like, you know what I mean? But I was like, oh, she's probably excited for the commission, which is fair. But then she was like, no, I'm like actually excited. Do you want to set up like a payment plan so I can get started?
Keaton, I don't know what. Listen, Keaton, I'm not sure how else to say this, but like your designing is goated.
So I keep finding out.
If I had the money, I would commission you to redesign me. Because I can't do clothes to save my life.
We could work out, you and I could work out a payment plan if you want.
I wish I had that kind of money.
My design commissions are not that expensive.
I think it's worth acknowledging. Keaton, my buddy, my pal, my amigo. Most of my, like half of my character designs came from you.
This is
straight
a
up.
daily reminder, if you're sitting in chat, give Heaton your money.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want, especially if you want the commission, Heaton, you know? Like,
Yeah.
You should commission Heaton. Heaton's art is really good, and their design style is on point. Do.
Oh, hang on, I need
Ooh, you
to...
want to commission Heaton so bad. Ooh, you want to commission Heaton so bad.
I was saying too that like I really like I love designing characters. Like I'm so happy. Where are you, Pigstep?
Pigstep, my beloved. It's the red and gold one. You passed it.
Where?
It's the red one with the gold inlays.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're jamming.
Yeah. Oh, I did design a thing for myself. So you know how everybody has like different like names for their chat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have the Legionnaires. Mine were Starshines, but they were Star Sprites, but everybody who would look at them were like, oh, it's Navi, and I'm like, it's not Navi, please. So I finally broke down and went, fuck it. Nobody's allowed to be a cute little firefly sprite. And I took Justin's advice from the other day about making the manta rays.
Yeah. I told you Justin's fish autism would work out.
Look at them. They're about 5 to 6 inches long, and they photosynthesize moonlight to eat.
Let me see. I love them!
And there will be like special ones that represent specific people, and I already have ideas. I am looking at the people on this call with eyes.
Okay.
But yeah, like, if you really- I was gonna say, like, you're my friend, and I trust you to pay me, we can-
I know, I just feel bad about spending money, because there's gonna be big stuff happening IRL that I need to save money for, and...
Well, it's up to you. I can but only promise that we can work something out if you want. Because again, my design prices are actually not particularly high.
I mean, there's something I'd like you to try, but like.
Ooh, you want to commission Heaton so bad, ooh. Ooh, you want to commission Heaton so bad, ooh.
Want me to send it to you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I know you thought about doing it before, but like, what if it's this?
I wish I could tell you, like, oh, Cherry and Mortis got good rates, but it was because they were, free.
To be fair, that is a
Cherry and
good
Mortis
rate.
Are open though.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're the love of my life.
Yeah,
And
no,
Cherry
he does
deserves
open
all the good in this world forever.
And yeah, and Cherry's was an extenuating circumstance.
Yeah.
Listen, I would have given Cherry a discount anyways, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't.
No. A side note, Heaton, your little scrungly eyeball guy, does he have a name?
Skrunk.
Skrunk.
Where's
Yeah.
Crunk?
He's. I fucked up the. I
Is he
fucked up the.
broken?
Yes, I fucked up the settings on him
You-
again.
Do you want help, or you got it?
I know what I have to do. I just have to put the tutorial back up and I'll figure it out.
But, so I also redesigned my TTS mascot, Orion. The joke is that I Pokemon evolved him, really. I pulled
May I
more
see?
from Monster Hunter shape. Oh, he's in the sidebar too.
I need to
Let me see.
open the sidebar.
Ooh!
He's adorable.
So cute.
I learned that the scientific name for ferret roughly translates to sneaky weasel thief or stinky weasel thief, and I love them.
Stinky weasel thief.
They are stinky little weasel thieves, though. That's so
They
true.
are. I love my stinky little weasel.
Unfortunately, I feel like we have one problem.
Huh.
We might have strayed a little too far away from Veilguard.
We have.
That's fine.
That's crazy.
He will scream about it many times for the next few months.
It's so true. Hi, I'm planning on maybe making like a several hour long video talking about all of the different characters in Dragon Age that I've made because,
Listen, I know there's not a whole lot I know. There are two things I know. Ballara deserves the world, and Solus deserves nothing.
Manfred, I knew Manfred for all of 20 minutes, and I was ready to lay down my life for him.
Why would you ever? Okay, we can talk about that. That's a thing we can talk about. Why would
Yeah.
you ever?
Why would you? His whole thing.
Why would you ever? Why would you ever forsake your son?
his whole character arc was about learning to be mortal and to live in the moment. And you're like, throw it away, become a lich. Like, who hurt you?
I know one of my friends made him a lich.
Which one? I'm going to bully Sakai in her DMs.
No, don't bully Sakai.
No, I will. She deserves it. How dare you?
Please, you are friends.
Well, she should make better decisions with her life. I don't know what to tell you.
Manfred deserves it. I would wage war for that skeleton.
Oh, can we talk about how the team revealed that Llewellyn is Solus's true love, by the way? I hate that.
I love that. I love that fucking post, that thing that you drew of fucking Aramet just cuddling Blackwall, and there's just Solus ominously lurking in the distance.
Well, do you remember the TikTok I made with Blackwall and Cullen?
Yeah.
It's that. It's exactly that.
Okay, James, affectionately, go fuck yourself.
What did you say? What did our funny British man say now?
Look at the sidebar.
Don't you ever equate Von Karma with my precious baby son ever again?
I knew, man.
Living forever rules, though.
Minutes.
Like, okay, one of the interesting things about Emmerich wanting to become a lich is that he's so thought about it. Like, it's something that he's very clearly, like, planned for and considered most of, if not all of, his life. And, like, you get a little bit of that with that conversation that he has with Lucanus. Where Lucanus is like, why would you want to live forever? That sucks. You're gonna, like, watch everyone that you love die. That sounds terrible. Because Lucanus is the most romantic man in the world.
I mean, he has a point. Go on.
And then Emmerich's like, well, I would watch some of the people I love die, but then I would get to meet new people who I could love, and I could learn more about the world and make new friends and have experiences I wouldn't get to have while I was alive. And I think that, and he's like, and I think that's beautiful and wonderful. And I'm like, damn, he's kind of got a point.
No, yeah, no,
that is fuck.
Like, damn,
that is actually one of the best I hear like an argument, like the usual argument against like immortality is like if you have it and no one else has it, or if you live long and your partner does not, well, you
but
yeah,
choice. I will say though, I like what they did though with the choice for Emmerich.
Yeah, I like. Once again, we were talking about this earlier. How the end of the game choice fucking sucks, and that part of the reason it sucks is because the rest of the choices in the game are so strong. Like,
but Emmerich's one, I think, because that's one of those things too where I wouldn't have thought about it that way had the Lich not said it that way, which made perfect sense. If he's for the first exception, there will be others, and where do you draw the line?
Yeah, so for chat, the reason that this matters is that Manfred dies heroically when fighting Hezenkos. And Manfred and Emmerich takes him to the Lich King. And he's like, he says, you can bring, and the Lich King says, you can bring him back, but if you do, you can no longer be a Lich. And Rook says, why? And I like the word choice. How many exceptions until tyranny?
Yeah.
You
Well,
cannot...
I can just save this one. I can just save this, and then there's a
Yeah.
point where it has to end.
He basically says, like, if you keep making exceptions for person after person, why it's okay for you to bring them back, but not someone else, then... And you can't bring everyone back, that's, you know, fucked up and bad, you gotta let people die. So he's like, how many exceptions until tyranny? And I love that. I think that's incredibly cool. What a good, like, counter-argument. I'm a big fan. Because it doesn't feel like an arbitrary choice. It feels like it's a choice that has a lot of, like, important symbolic meaning, both for Emmerich and for the world.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, like I said, I knew Manfred for all of 20 minutes, and I was ready to die for him.
I put the
I
comic
was-
in the sidebar, by the way.
Huh?
I put it in the sidebar.
Why are these trees growing so tall?
What type of tree are they?
They're just birch.
Oh, it could be the biome you're in.
Could be. I'm not totally opposed to it, but I guess I gotta space these a little better.
Yeah.
Because I thought they'd be, like, compact and that they wouldn't compete with the spruce, but they are, so I guess I'll... More terraforming for me! I'm also, I'm a big fan of, Lucanus's big choice as well.
Yeah, I didn't get to see his.
So, you find out that his cousin, Ilario, was... So, he's the person who sent him away to the fucking Supermax underwater jail. And it was because he wanted to become First Talon. Then he kidnaps their grandma. And, like, he kidnaps their grandma, locks her up,
Buddy.
and he's just evil and and conniving, and he wants to be the center of attention and the best at all times, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's so difficult to have a cousin like Lucanus who is literally perfect. But at the end, the choice is, do you forgive him for his transgressions or not? And the question is less... Tellingly, I think the most interesting thing was I thought it was going to be whether or not we kill him. But killing him's not an option. You can't kill him. It's whether or not Lucanus chooses to forgive him for everything that he's done to him and let him go, or if they lock him up forever. There is no option to kill him, which I think is super interesting. And I like that choice because of why Lucanus chooses to make it. He says, he's like, I don't have... Kissy. Kissy for me.
Yes, kissy for you.
He says, like, I don't have anything but my family. He's like, all I have left is Katerina, which is the grandmother, Ilario, and, Ilario, Viago, and Thea. All he has left is the crows. And so he says, it didn't matter, I was never gonna kill him, he's my only family. And, like, that rules. That's really cool, and I like that a lot. I don't know, man. I think that's really good. Jungle sapling.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say jungle skog.
Jungle skog. I do like jungle skog.
I love you. I'm trying not to be a little shitheel so bad.
Why?
We're fucking new woke video game. I hate that. tell me you don't enjoy just a good character-driven story and all you care about is fantasy violence without telling me any of that.
So true. Scintillation, hello! Welcome.
I'm sorry, because all of that I've seen of Veilguard, I really, really like, but all I can see in my head is people being like, it's the woke mob getting into my video game.
It's so goddamn true. I hate it. It's so fucking stupid. Like, of all the video games, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite bit is, like, of all the video games for you to be like, I can't believe they made woke. It's like, Dragon Age?
Oh, it has been.
You draw the line of Dragon Age?
I can excuse the Call of Duty community. God, nothing in this world makes me happier than how much the Call of Duty bros hate the girlies who are into Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Hate the soap ghost shit.
Oh, you don't understand. He's a fierce military guy and he who game and kiss.
Hey, did you know that two things can be true at once?
Yeah. Well, we can. They can't, but we can. Smile.
Hey, I think it's cute, that I think the idea of Soap being inherently very profoundly defensive of Johnny because of his very bad past and wanting somebody that he loves to have a better life is pretty goddamn good, actually.
I don't know much about Soap Ghost, but it makes my roommate happy, and that's all I care about. Listen, I finally understood the other day why girlies are into Bowser. I finally get it.
After all this time? Only now?
Well, like, he never...
Either were you converted?
For me, it was more like I preferred him with Luigi. Big Bowser fan here. But, and this is gonna sound so dumb, I watched the death battle. And, well, I noticed how he acted in that he cared about his troops and his kid and all of these little character things they did for him. And I'm like, damn, I think I fucking get it now. Damn.
Real.
We were sitting in call, by the way, after you left. We were sitting in call playing the rest of when I finished Veilguard. And we found out some shit about Solus, and I turned to Brooke, Justin, and Aaron, and I'm like, Kamek, hit him with chance time.
On God. Also, like I said, the funniest thing in that whole bit was fucking Metal Sonic getting hit with chance time and immediately crashing out. Me in any Mario Kart ever.
The most realistic experience you could have ever rendered in Death Battle.
No, for real.
Soap!
There was that, and there was the bit after when Bowser Jr. as Shadow Mario protects his dad and goes down, and Bowser whips around, and I was like, now listen here, you motherfucker. And I'm like, damn. I get it.
Things I was not expecting to hear. Death Battle was my sexual awakening for Bowser.
Listen. He's not one of those characters I read fanfics about. I just like looking at all the cute Bowigi art.
Mm-hmm. But now you get
Because I think Bowigi. Now girlies, I understand.
Ladies, I understand you.
Ladies, handshake emoji. Yes, I understand.
Handshake emoji, handshake emoji.
Listen, I did a hear me out. Like my friends have done a hear me out tier list, and I've put some not bad ones on. I certainly was not the worst person on there, but I wasn't a saint. I have bold taste.
Where to hear me out though?
There was. I did Ramatra Overwatch because I'm a filthy battery licker no matter how often Heaton hates me.
It is what it is
Real.
at this fucking point. I'll take my W's where I'll take my L's where I can find them.
I did Kazan Yamaoka, the Oni from Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
Real. You're so right for that.
Yeah, alright. Not a choice I would have made, but I see where you're coming from. I can hear you out on that one.
Okay. I did. I'm gonna butcher this because it's in German, but it's Der Frischwitz from Lobotomy Corporation.
I'm gonna look that one up. Hold on.
He's my favorite DILF that made a deal with the devil and then accidentally killed his own daughter because and now he's fucking atoning for his crimes.
Understandable.
And then the batter from Off.
Yep.
Which form of batter from Off?
Both.
Okay, yep, there's the- I was about to be like, no, batter's like- and then I was like, wait a minute.
Bad batter.
Bad batter.
Could be a little more embarrassing.
Oh, there were some bad ones on there. There were some really bad, like I said, mine are bad because they're, like, but mine are still humanoid. Like, there was somebody put the Nowhere King from Centaur World.
Wild.
To be fair, I understand because I love Elktar. I love Elktar as a character, and I understand, but...
Everyone cheering for Infinite dying instantly whenever Maria perishes. I'm so excited for the new Sonic movie.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch
Dude,
an entire fucking movie theater cheer for a 7-year-old girl's death.
I can't wait to... They're probably gonna do Amy at the end, right? Because they haven't introduced Amy yet, like, at all.
Which feels weird to me.
But somebody posted, like, the picture... Like, you know the Squidward looking outside SpongeBob and Patrick running around me?
Yeah.
Somebody posted that, but it was Rouge the Bat looking down at Shadow and Sonic running around.
Well, we got introduced to Gun, so I'll bet you Rouge is gonna be there.
It's
free her.
Listen,
There was an empty space, much like how there were 2 empty spaces in the. They're likely Andrew Garfielding us with No Way Home, like they did with No Way Home.
wouldn't
Yeah,
it
makes
be really?
sense.
Wouldn't it be really funny if Rouge was not in the film?
It would be funny. I would be a little sad about it though.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear ya. I have personal reasons as to why I'd be less sad and more chuckling. Unlike Knuckles,
Knuckles does not chuckle.
Knuckles
he does not,
doesn't.
but I do.
Unlike Sonic, who apparently does.
Listen, you don't fuckle with Knuckles.
Much like you don't fuckle with Shuckle.
Yeah.
Knuckles
You don't fuckle
uses
with
Chuckles.
and Knuckles. And Dante from Devil May Cry.
And Dante
The
Devil
bit
May
was
Cry.
right there. The bit was right there. It was so easy.
I'd like to think that that Shuckle is officially part of the Knuckles community.
I think so.
Kind of funny.
No. Like, Shuckle gets asked why, and it's because why not?
Yeah, I knew somebody dropped a Mind Flayer into the tier list.
Oh, this requires... Shit, go away. Fuck you. Boop boop. No, that's right.
James, I'm going to throw you into the ocean.
Okay, what did James say? It's on the screen.
3x3? It
Yeah.
needs to be a 3x3, Heaton. That's a 2x3.
Why am I your
right.
enemy? Why am I your enemy?
It's 3x3.
What did I say? What did I do?
The only thing I could think is that some of the leaves above are blocking it. That seems like one of those trees where you would have to put it down first and then put other trees around it.
Yeah.
Daedalus, do not fuck the Elder Brain. I already have to stop you from fucking the moon.
Let's put it all the way over here. That way it'll...
Time out. I'm still... Why am I an enemy? Why am I your enemy now? What did I say? What did I do?
Yeah. Daedalus has some weird takes.
Was it the Rouge thing?
You said
Yeah,
Daedalus
'cause you
made all the sense in the world to me.
You have to because you have to
I'm leaving you there.
understand
We'll see what happens.
because you have to understand the very specific circumstances that would make a lack of Rouge appearance chuckle-worthy. That I promise you would not be a problem.
Try clearing out some more space behind where you want to put the tree. It might be a little funky that way.
Maybe.
On like the ground.
Needs a light level of 8.
More light? No.
Require at least 7 blocks of open air above them to grow, but cannot
Rouge
go to
dip.
maximum height unless at least
Yeah, there's
14
no leaves over here. I picked a spot where there was nothing.
Okay, Rouge the Bat reasons. Okay, allow me to clarify. I have nothing against Rouge the Bat.
I don't know.
I want to.
It's 3x3?
Yeah, it's 3x3.
I figured I'd say this, however, because it's important to understand context. I saw a video one time that was like, well, if Rouge is going to be in the movie, he better have they better boob her up or whatever. You know?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
And for that reason and that reason alone, I want. That's why I find it chuckle-worthy. If she's in the
Can you
movie,
show me?
great. Even better if they don't follow the one person's specific qualities or whatever. You know.
Is it the same one
If
where
you know-
it's the one of the few times I've gotten toxic? Or is this a different
Yes.
picture?
Yeah. I knew this would be about that.
Yeah.
Yes. For
Can you show me the funny 3x3?
For legal reasons, I am not allowed to say who.
I don't know why it's not growing.
I will, however, say,
Be on the ground, maybe?
Or replace so that there's 2 blocks nearby on the same level that aren't grass. Maybe it needs a little bit more grass space.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because they sprawl out a little bit.
I got Minecraft and I've done nothing
try
with
that.
it. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I am not a true Minecraft gamer.
Maybe it needs a little bit more space where the so straight ahead where there's grass blocks going up. Do you see that one random corner bit between the 2 lanterns?
Yeah.
Other way.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe try that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll just leave it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll come back to it.
Oh, wait.
That
what
one might
pattern
need a
do you
special
need?
pattern too.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
A cross.
Let's see. You need a special pattern. What do you need? Oh, God.
Big cross.
I'm gonna do the
Oh my
ones that
God.
require.
So I'm replaying the Resident Evil 4 remake with a new outfit for Leon.
Okay.
What I'm going to do hasn't been approved by the Vatican.
What is it?
What does that mean?
It has not
I
been
have a
approved by the
Father
Vatican.
John Ward skin.
Oh my god.
Father John Ward is going to clear the demons out of generic area in Europe.
Coxgun.
What I'm going to do has not been approved by the church.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba.
It's so
you, Data.
fucking funny.
Thank you, Daedalus, for the 100 bits.
Thank you, Daedalus, for the 100 bits.
But that wasn't Daedalus, it was Digital Sketch 24. My eyesight is bad. Can you thank the right person this time? Because I messed up.
Thank you, Digital Sketch. Boop. And boop. And boop.
I apologize for that, Digital Sketch.
So pretty.
I mean, yeah, but like...
This is my other favorite thing to do in these worlds, is I like to plant all the crops, and then I like to grow all the trees.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Sad.
god, Markiplier knows who
I-
Takahata is.
Oh god.
It's a horrifying collab.
I'm still surprised that I knew who his brother was before I knew who he was.
Huh? Oh,
What?
Markiplier.
Or Takahata's?
No, Mark's.
Mark has a brother?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the furry comic Two Kinds?
No.
That's his brother. I did not
That's
know I
crazy.
did not know it was his brother until so many years after the fact.
It's apparently not very good, from what I hear.
Really? I mean, I liked when I read it back in the day.
I heard that it's not bad, but it's not very good.
I mean, at least the art's good.
Markiplier is against Empreg. Yeah, I can't imagine why.
Do not bring back the 2014 September.
We don't speak the name. We don't speak the name here. This is a safe place.
Cartoon Junkie is an alt in this essay.
What?
Cartoon Junkie was one of the major players of the Septiplier movement.
Yeah?
Oh god.
Yeah. They were the one doing a bunch of like the weird shit, and I think like sending it to Mark and
Oh.
Jacksepticeye.
Why can't people be normal? Just a
Oh,
little.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can...
You guys know them from the Septiplier shit. I know them because they were really into John Constantine and Hellblazer. To the point of like, I think they might have tagged the actor Matt Ryan in one of their like not so safe for work pieces. They're weird and they suck.
I
And
will say.
I was about to say, in fairness,
Balls on that.
I was gonna say, in fairness, if anybody was enough of a freak to have like a positive response, it seems like it'd be Matt Ryan.
See,
But,
I don't know about that.
This isn't endorsing this, but the
I
balls
watched
on
that man suck off a gun.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, but like,
Excuse me?
just because he does shit like that doesn't mean that he himself is comfortable with that, you know?
I guess. I love these trees.
I'm sorry, he did what to him?
He
Like,
sucks off a
There's
gun.
this movie in 2016 where he does something kind of funky. I have a clip somewhere.
Kind of
Actually,
funky
iMovie
is how you would describe that?
Listen,
I
listen.
I just got
I'm at work.
flashbangs when like
I am at work.
my brain range.
Oh, it grew!
Oh, see, I told you. Oh my god.
Oh, do you think it was because you planted it at night?
Maybe.
That could have been it.
Well, it's
Uh-oh.
grown.
Definitely needed more
Lord.
dirt, so.
Yeah. Oh, well, it grew. That's all that matters.
It grew. Sure did.
And a fir tree.
Yeah, no, the full movie is on YouTube. It's interesting. Like, for free in parts, like the olden days of anime.
That reminds me, I should watch some old stuff that I remember liking again.
I saw that they had, I saw somebody had uploaded, like, all of Lucky Star.
I wanna
And
rewatch Yukiyuna.
Yuki Yuna is a hero is really good.
It's really good, and nobody I've ever talked to has known about it, and it's made me so sad.
Is that the really fucked up one?
That's one of the fucked up magical girl ones I like. That's the one I told you that I thought was really cool. That had the really cool twist.
Yeah.
And the really good disabled rep.
I bawled. I'm so bad at remembering names, but the girl that had the lilies.
Yeah.
With what happened to her, I
was good.
I was in tears. That one's entirely free on YouTube.
Oh, I watched it on
I have a playlist
High Dive,
that's
I
entirely
think.
on YouTube.
Yeah, I watched it on High Dive. Oh god.
I need.
It's the sub and not the dub, but yeah. I
Yeah,
have
the one
entirety
on
YouTube.
Yeah, on High Dive, it's dubbed.
I need to ask the old heads in here.
Sure.
So when I was in middle school, I had an acquaintance, and I should explain something real fast. For some reason, if I'm watching something on my own that's like a proper show, I will somehow only get about 10 episodes in and stop. For no reason. I could be enjoying myself, but for some reason I'll just stop.
Right.
Happened with watching Cardcaptor Sakura, happened with Konosuba, and it happens with Inuyasha. Now, I know the sequel series is like, we don't touch that, we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about Yashahime.
But is it worth finishing?
Yes.
Inuyasha's worth finishing.
On that.
I liked Inuyasha.
Like, that was, cause like, that was, technically my first isekai. And I was watching that shit in parts on YouTube, so I earned the veteran's discount. Like, part 1 of 3.
Though I don't think anything though has made me cry more than Sailor. I love Sailor Moon so much.
God, Sailor Moon's good.
I love Sailor Moon so much. Good for you, Amiris. Fuck that hell site.
I'm so glad you've deleted Twitter. I probably will very soon do the
only reason
same.
I'm only still on it to hold my fucking at.
You know what? I will probably do the thing where I'll probably go protected and to hold on to my at as well.
Because you don't want anyone know if you're lingering to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I locked mine down and I haven't touched it since. I keep accidentally opening it
I open it and scroll through because not everybody that I follow is on Blue Sky yet, and like a lot of larger content creators I like aren't on Blue Sky yet. So like I scroll through their stuff to see what's going on, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's like the only reason to keep it in any capacity is you have literally anyone that is still on there that is not migrated.
That, or if you have like artwork that you have bookmarked.
Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff bookmarked. A lot of it's like live 2D stuff for reference. Wait, can I finally download this? Please tell me I can still download it. Sorry, there was more Minecraft men bullshit. There was argument, like Tommy in it uploaded stuff and he and Jack Manifold talked about Dream
I heard about this!
and drop stuff, and Dream's retaliation was to drop the DSMP's world zip. And I keep trying to get it, but
That's
it won't let me
crazy.
get it, and I'm so upset.
Why is it not letting you get it?
But it keeps saying, like, too many people have viewed or downloaded this recently.
There's a way
But
to
the
get
last-
around that.
If you can tell me, Brooke,
I think
Oh.
I think you might be able to make a copy and send it to your drive and download it there.
I'll have to see.
Alright. I think that's gonna be it for right now. I got some stuff to do before Origins time.
Gonna be so
Yeah, and I have to get home
funny.
from work.
I'll probably still be working on it during Origins time if I'm fair, but
Yeah, no worries. There's gonna be a lot of moments where you can just kind of have downtime. Trust.
let's send you. Let's send you to somebody new today.
I think if we could at least get to the destruction of Oxagar, we'll be good.
Yeah, let's send you here. I'm gonna send you to Blinks the Genie. Because they're playing Veilguard.
We were kind of
yeah.
talking about that today.
It's okay. I'm like I said, I have plans to let my autism consume me, so it'll be fine. Oh, they're rocking the Lords of Fortune outfit.
Hell yeah, I love that for them.
I'll see all of you guys on Tuesday. Goodbye!
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.